So hello everyone. Before I start, let me tell you a bit about myself. So my name is Simon, and I'm a second year FinTech student here in CUHK. Recently I've participated in the BEA FinTech 100 Challenge, and I was lucky to be a finalist, and our team won the Outstanding Team Award. So I'm here to tell you a bit more about my project. So my project is called Smart Credit Dashboard, and it's supposed to be an all-in-one banking solution for small medium enterprises in Hong Kong. So why small and medium enterprise? Because they account for over 98% of business units in Hong Kong. And because they have a high rate of failure, and they usually generate very low revenue because they're small companies, banks and other financial institutions don't pay too much attention to them. So they receive usually second-rate services, especially in innovation department. So our project is split into two parts. The first part is called a dashboard. And what is a dashboard? So it's information management tools that can help analyze and visualize information and monitor the health of the business. So it's a very useful tool for a small business to have. So our dashboard is integrated from a bank's perspective, and we won't develop, the idea is that we will not develop all these analyzing tools in-house. So we will source our service from third-party solutions. So for cash flow, we have a company called Xero, which has partnered with HSBC in Hong Kong already, and they do cloud accounting with business accounts. And marketing analytics, we have we have Shopify and all the other apps that can also provide analytical services to SME owners. And workforce management, of course, we have LinkedIn, and we have an app called Workforce that helps businesses to manage their companies more efficiently. So a dashboard example would look like this. So on a interface, on the homepage, you can immediately see all the key information that you want to see, and you can customize it. And in our case, whenever BEA bank business account owners, when they log into their dashboard, they can customize the layout, and then they can move different apps around and see the information that they want to see. So the technology behind it is that, or the key underlying technology is Open API. So banks under HKMA's Open API initiative have an obligation to push forward their Open API infrastructure. So using that, banks can send information via Open API to third-party solution providers and allow better information transfer. So for instance, if I'm a bank account, business account owner, and I use Open API to send my bank account information to Xero, which is a cloud accounting firm, under my permission, of course. So Xero can obtain my bank account information and automatically generate account statements. Same thing with other sales inventory app. They can look at your invoice, they can generate invoice for you, and then they can track your sales and inventory flow. So that's the underlying technology behind it. So SME connects to third party via Open API, third party process information, sends it to BEA, and then BEA displays it on their dashboard to their users. So now that's the first part of our project dashboard. The second part is about credit rating system. And often SMEs, as we have surveyed and searched online, they find it difficult to get loans from banks because it takes a lot of paperwork, and often they don't have good enough financial record to be able to apply for bank loans. So we aim to address that. So as you can see, this is our interface. Usually, bank give you a base score, and then they do their own algorithms. They calculate from your financial information to give you a credit rating score. And we want to add another one called additional score on top of that. So today is the era of big data and alternative data specifically. So we want to use alternative data generated by SMEs to improve their credit rating score, because a lot of valuable information are missing from financial statements alone. So we have, for example, LinkedIn, Facebook, Xero, all these third-party applications that's integrated to our dashboard to help bring new information about the SME to hopefully generate a more accurate credit rating score. So an example of how we could generate a score is by looking at, say, Shopify, which is a sales and inventory app. So Shopify, you can track your percentage growth in sales, or percentage of cancelled order, and percentage of return order. And we give a score according to that to reflect the business health. And another example of Shopify is customer base. You can track your percentage of loyal customers, returning customers, or at-risk customers. And we feel like these are valuable information not reflected in traditional financial records alone. And they can definitely help improve an SME's credit rating score. Another example will be LinkedIn, which is quite an interesting one in my opinion. So on LinkedIn, you can not only see followers of the companies, you can also track how many employees they have, and you can also track how many employees are from relevant background to the company. So a tech company which has a lot of PhD students from prestigious university would definitely be a good thing, but that kind of information is not reflected in financial records alone. So in terms of how we collect all these scores and put them into an overall score, currently we've only proposed three methods. One is called min-max normalization, which is quite commonly used in machine learning methods. And linear scaling and softmax scaling is another one that we have thought about. But there's quite a big limitation to our project, and that is obtaining the right data to do any sort of experimentation and research. So as you can imagine, SME data, especially the business data, financial records, are not publicly available data, and that's the pitfall of our project, which is that we have an idea but we couldn't use any data to perhaps validate this idea. And so in the future, if actually bank adopt our project, then we can maybe do some work with them. But this is a common issue that's happening for a lot of fintech startups or projects today. So that's the end of my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.